I'm Benjamin Hall, Fox News correspondent and New York Times best-selling author. Join me for my brand new podcast, Searching for Heroes. Make sure you subscribe to this series wherever you download podcasts and leave a rating and review.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Man, I there's times where I start the podcast. I didn't know whether I wanted to do a random talk or I could do something like how I did yesterday and blend in the random talk with the relationship advice, or should I just do a relationship advice? But then I'm also trying to eat here soon because I'm pretty hungry. When was the last time I ate? I had like little snacks here and there. Like I finished off my candy. I had some Pringles. Like that ain't actually eating. So I'm like I'm trying to get me some food. That's what I'm trying to do. Where's my phone? It's like the thing I went over. I'm like, nah, I don't care if my phone goes off. But nah, I'm like, nah, I don't want no distractions. But anyways, yeah, I'm probably just gonna end up doing a relationship advice because I can't think of anything else to do. And when was the last time? It's been a few days. It has been a few days since I think I last did a relation. I mean, if the one from yesterday counts, but no. But anyways, starting off with the first, but it ain't scrolling. Okay. Then first one, I think my best friend is being lied to by his girlfriend about a miscarriage. Huh. That's wow. See, that's the type of stuff where I'm like, I wouldn't want to be that person to like bring it up or get involved because it's like it ain't really my business. But it's something that I would like, play that dumb role where I didn't know and I'm just all like, but that's just like something that you don't even want to really talk about. So I'm like, it ain't even something where it's like you can just like casually bring it up in a conversation. Like it's a pretty serious subject. So I don't know. I think I would talk to the girl about that before, you bring it up to the friend. Cause yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's something where I'm like, man, that's definitely wasn't the first story I was expecting to read the title to. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know if I should read it or not because it's pretty serious. So I'm like, I don't know. I think I will like read the title, but I just won't read it just out of respect of the whole situation. So yeah, I think it's something that should be talked about though. But anyways, next one, update. I set up 2 of my friends. I found out today he has been catfishing me as his partner on her phone to check up on our friendship. I need a little bit more context with this one. So, dang, this looks long. Oh, this is long. I'm not reading this. Okay, let's just try reading the title. So, I set up 2 of my friends. I found out today he has been catfishing me as his partner on her phone to check up on our friendship. Let's read the previous post, the title of that. Because I'm just confused. So, like, he's catfishing you. I would assume that that's what you're trying to say. If not, then I just don't know. What did I even click on? I tried clicking on the previous post and then a whole nother thing popped up. So it's the same title. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Whoever the guy is, he needs to stop catfishing people. Like that just needs. If that's what we're overall trying to talk about here, then yeah, that guy he just needs to stop catfishing people because that's not normal. So, anyways, then the next one. I think my husband is thinking about leaving me to attempt to be with a young woman he works with. Well, let's read this. How long is it? It ain't that long. But anyways. This is my first post on Reddit, although I have another account, so please excuse any mistakes I'm making. My mental state has been really confusing over the last year, more so in the last few months. I have a great relationship, even despite what I'm about to tell you. My husband and I married at 23 years old, and we have a 10-year-old son. We started dating in college. He's always been my best friend. We rarely get into arguments, and I honestly couldn't have asked for a better life partner, which is why I'm really in a state of shock and confusion over this. My husband owns his business and worked there as well before I became a stay-at-home mother, and we had pretty women come in / come work for us all the time. My husband never cared much nor cheated on me, and I know this because we're together 24/7. Used to even share a cell back in the day. Wait, what? How do you share? I hope they ain't talking about jail. I'm like, how does that work out? Like, because I don't even think that's possible. Like, is it allowed? Like, what jail if we are talking jail, what jail did you go to where they allowed the same sex in there? Like, I feel like that ain't safe. That's just not safe. But I don't know. Maybe they had cops watching it. I don't know. But anyways, then there's like, used to share a cell back in the day. And he's never had his phone locked. Has never been a person who texts much. Has never hit anything. Never came home late or anything you can think of when it comes to being suspicious. About a year ago, he hired a woman who was then 25 at the time. Yes, I admit, I often look at her social media. She is extremely beautiful. The kind of girl I would have been envious of in my... I think that's that word. Of in my 20s. And so, next thing she writes. See, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, okay, let me see where this, like, you think he's gonna leave you and stuff. Because from what you're saying, it sounds like you got a reliable husband. So you don't have nothing to worry about. But who knows? Stuff can catch people by surprise. So, next thing she writes is that she says, I notice my husband has taken notice of her, and not just in a she's pretty... Why is my mouse thing messing up? But anyways, not just in a she's pretty kind of way. I'm not someone who would get mad at him for finding a younger woman, or find a younger woman, or even a woman in general attractive, but that's human nature. I've looked at another man and thought, oh, that guy is attractive, but that doesn't mean I want him or will act on it. Same with how I always assumed my husband thought, but right after she started working there, when I was in the office, I noticed he stares at her. When I was in the office, I noticed his stares at her. When he didn't think I was around, I noticed he spoke to her and would do things like touch her shoulders or the back of her bicep and other things that were very obvious, showing that he had interest in her. I didn't let it bother me at first because it never crossed my mind that he tried to act on it. I feel like that when people have a trusting relationship, like if there's like a girl that I'm like, because based off of what you're saying, it sounds like dude is like really in love with you. You know, all these things that you just said about him. I feel like at that point where you guys are like, y'all ain't gonna cheat on each other. But I feel like that if she were to ask me that question, then she probably thinks, and there's probably something that I'm doing that's giving her that illusion that I'm like cheating on her, or that I might cheat on her. So I would tell her straight up, like, I'm with you. That's it. End of that story. So I'm like, I mean, yeah, she's going to continue to bring it up and all that and be checking on me. But in my eyes, I'm like, if I know that I'm not cheating on her, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. And I would tell her that. I'm like, I know I'm not cheating on you, and I know that I never will cheat on you. So the suspicion and all that stuff, like, you can still think that if you want to. You can follow me. You can look at my phone. I don't care. Do what you got to do so you can finally answer that question and come to the conclusion, hey, he is not going to cheat on me. Why? Because he is a good guy. And, like, my thing is, like, I don't know. Usually, most likely, I'm going to be the one to, like, chase her down. So, if I done went through all of this trouble to be with you, we got a 10-year-old kid. And that's the thing where it's like, some people are different. They got kids and all that stuff, but they still cheat, But with me, I'm not talking about other people. With me, if I spent all this time chasing you, we have a family, live together, all this other stuff, no arguments, none of that. No problems. You do not have to ever worry about me cheating on you. Facts. That's just straight up facts. So, to the ladies out there wondering, like, is TMossBoss a cheater? No, it never will be. Just like my thing is, like, if I spend too much time chasing a girl, I'm like, there ain't no reason why. I feel like that's just a slap in my face from myself to do some stuff like that. So therefore, no, there ain't no reason. There shouldn't be no reason to cheat at all. I know people, they always, when I watch that TV show Cheaters, they're all like, oh, you're never around, this and that, blah blah blah. Look, if my girl had told me that, or if I noticed that she's never around, I'd be like, yo, like, I'll go visit you at work. I'll do something, but I'm like, if you're all like, if I'm never around, or if I notice that you're never around, I'll find out to, like, spend some time, call you, do something, but I'm like, I'm not going to go around and sleep on you. So that's just who I am as a person. I am a nice guy. So anyways, then she said, now on the very suspicious things, he bought her an extravagant box of chocolate-covered strawberries and some flowers for her birthday, which I found out about through wondering why that money was taken out of her account, and then going to her Instagram to see her post them with the caption of, I have the best boss ever. He doesn't do this for employees. He has now locked his phone and he won't let me in. It's ever. He started obsessively going to the gym. We got into an argument recently, and after everything cooled down, he said, Do you ever think we got married too young? Which absolutely shocked me. I randomly went into my office one day when I thought he knew I was coming. He was out for lunch, then he came back with lunch for him and her. Said she asked him to pick her up something, which I don't know could be possible. He's used to not go into the office at all a couple of times a week, and wait a minute. He's used to not go into the office at all a couple times a week, and now he has to be there every day. I'm sure I could go on. Man, yeah. I don't know. That's where I'm all like, because then it's like, you got to know, like, see, then I'm, yeah, that's, because I'm like, I'm hoping that the girl doesn't like him, so then he can come to the realization, like, if that's what's crossing his mind, that he is going to leave his wife for this girl, like, that's overall messed up. And I hope that he realizes that that's messed up. Like, come on, you have to like, really, like, that's, yeah. That's what I'm like, dang, like, you kind of, like, you just want to, like, know, like, what happens and things, but, yeah, that would be pretty messed up if he does do that. I hope that he doesn't, but I don't know, like, usually, and that's the thing, though, where it's like, usually, you know what, no, with older men, it seems like, well, I don't know, I ain't gonna say the majority of older men, but I will say that there's probably some older men out there where they would find a woman attractive. It's like, it's gonna happen, and just like how you were saying and things, like, I don't know, maybe he's trying to get some special treatments from her and stuff, but yeah, I don't think that wouldn't be fair. That's not cool. So therefore I'm like, yeah. Definitely, like, when he asks you a question like that, that's why I feel like you should ask that question, would you ever cheat on me? Like, I feel like that should be a question that should definitely be asked. And so, anyways, then she said, my husband isn't the type to cheat. He just divorced me and then tried to start a real relationship. I genuinely don't think any cheating has happened, and she seems like a sweet girl, so I want to be clear, I'm not blaming her or anything without proof that she engaged in intimacy or a relationship with my husband. She's a young woman in her mid-20s. She may not even be receptive. I just think he thinks she will be and is considering leaving. Am I being crazy? I'm really confused and heartbroken. That's what I'm all like, that's the whole reason for relationships. Nah, let me comment that. The whole reason for relationships is to ask questions that is on your mind. It's like, if he's not cheating, then he has nothing to worry about, and he shouldn't get upset. Why he shouldn't get upset is because he is not cheating, and therefore therefore he shouldn't be upset. So ask him and see what he says. Oh, and ask him, would he ever leave you for another woman? Hopefully things clear up and y'all can go back to being a happy family. Period. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get through this. Oh, nope, never mind. Next one. I don't even know what was the first one, but anyways, it says, update, I told him I love him. So, yeah, reading into this. Well, weeks ago I posted here asking if I should tell him that I love him, and the comments gave me motivation to do so. I'm kind of shy and was very nervous as to how he'd react, so I just told him in a natural way, and he seemed to have appreciated it. Following days after I told him I love him, he says that he loves me in the same way I told him, and then it just went off from there. It's really great right now between us, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Thanks to all the people who motivate me. Sorry for the late update. Well, that's good. That is good. I would have liked to read the original story, but yeah, that's good. I'm happy for that, you know? Even throughout this whole quarantine thing, love is still in the air. So that's good. So next one, this looks a little weird, but let's just read it. Husband is upset that I made something sexual we used to do off limits for the time being. Wait a minute. Made something sexual we used to do off limits. How can we end our argument and come to a sort of truce? I don't even understand, and I don't even want to read about their... So it says, like, it's a detail that involves the women's breasts. I don't even want to read it because it just sounds weird. So, wow, this next one. Wife said regrets marrying me. Dang, that's messed up. Well, let's just go ahead and read this. So, they said, we've been together for 6 years and just married May 2019. I get that this coronavirus has everybody getting frustrated. Now, it's true. It's true. You know, with all this stuff, yeah, it's definitely true. But anyways, but then they said, but I feel like she is completely out of line. I'm 30-year-old paramedic that has aspirations to become a nurse. Anesthesiologist. Something like that. I don't know. But it's a long word that I've never pronounced before a day in my life. But anyways, so then he says, he or she. I'm assuming it might be a he. I don't know. But anyways, my wife is political campaign organizer, currently working from home. Over our relationship, we had been able to talk about most of our problems and find solutions together. We went through several issues, trust, financial, and 2 really bad car accidents. But we were able to get through everything together. I almost said there is no option for divorce. I'll die before I leave you. Wow. I'm like, you know what? To whoever this person is, trashed Act 419, and the act has 2 C's. That's that. I'm like, man, I had to, when I get married, I said, and if it's like the girl that I know, like I want to spend the rest of my life with her, I'm like, I might just flat out say it. I'm about to steal that. I'm seriously about to steal that. That's some true love right there. I like that right there. That's dope. I like that. But anyways, then he says, today on our day off, we were just chilling watching the show after lunch, and my brother called to tell me about a good program for anesthesiologists. She gets up while I'm on the phone and starts straightening up the house, then says, can you take him off of speaker? I don't like his voice. Wow, dang. Well, that's just hurtful. I'm like, yeah, if I had heard that, I'd been all like, what? Well, I just messed up. Never mind, I got it. So anyways, yeah, I'm like, well, I can't help it. This is just my voice. I'm like, I'm like, they're talking about you don't like my voice. Well, then get some noise cancellation headphones or something. I don't know, but anyways, then he says, I turned down the volume. She hovers around me. Then when my brother mentions that he could help pay for the program if we needed help, she loses her mind, starts pacing and flipping me off. What? I'm like, what is happening right now? That's some type of stuff where you just got to ask, like, what is going on right now? So, anyways, then he says, I told my brother I loved him and that I had to go. After hanging up, she says, I hate living here and I regret marrying you. Wow. All because he's wants to be some sort of, like, nurse or a doctor or something. Like, you say some hurtful stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's what I'm like. I tell, people, prior before you get into a relationship, make sure the person is supportive of your dreams and goals and stuff. That's why I'm like, with YouTube, as slow as it's going right now, I will make sure, like, if I am in a relationship, I would, like, definitely spend time, like, with my significant other, but I will hope that she supports me and my YouTube dreams. Like, I'm not overall, like, taking it as a joke or, I'm being dead, like, serious about this. Like, I do whatever it possibly can to be one of the best YouTubers and things. Like, as crazy as it sounds and as funny as it sounds, like, oh, okay, you got this guy wanting to be a doctor. You got this other guy wanting to be a lawyer. You got all these people wanting to do stuff. But with me, I'm just like, yeah, I want to be a YouTuber. So I will hope that she's supportive of that. And yeah, so anyways, if that's cool, then cool. But anyways, then he said that effing hurt. I said, what's wrong? What has gotten into you? I get that her living on the West Coast while her family is still in Ohio is tough, but we both have jobs here, a house together, and I will be starting school for my program next semester. I tell her I gotta get cleaned up, and she mutters something as I head upstairs. My wife does this irritating thing where she mutters something but won't repeat it clearly, so we can talk about it. I come back downstairs and she says, I'm a male's private. Pretty sure you guys know what that word is, and that I ruined her life. Man. Then he was like, I went upstairs and cried like a man, LOL, in the shower. She left the house to go anywhere but here. I think she's hit her breaking point. Anyone got any suggestions? Yeah, that's messed up, man. That's really messed up. It's like, I honestly, like, and the thing is, I know people would ask, like, what if, you had, like, a wife or a girlfriend that got, like, some stuff going on in her life, and, and whatever, the consequences of it being. So, like, if she's becoming a nurse and I'm going to see less of her, the thing is, if I'm in a relationship and I know it's going to lead into marriage, or we're in a marriage, regardless of what's going on, how many times I'm going to be able to see her throughout the day, week, whatever, as long as I get to see her, that's all that matters. But just like how I want her to support my dreams and my goals, I will do the same exact thing for her. So if she wants to become a nurse, or she wants to become a lawyer, or she wants to do something where it's going to require a lot of school time and all this other extra stuff, I will be supportive. In fact, you know what? No, that's one thing that I have to tell you guys. And it's like, and it was something that I didn't even really was like, I wasn't even in college at the time. I was just working. But one of my friends, good friend of mine, they was going through college. And I remember, I think it was late at night. They were doing work. I helped her. With her work. I had no idea what I was doing, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be helpful. I'm gonna help this. I'm gonna help this person out. Why? Because, like, they're up late at night and get some rest, get some sleep. And they ended up passing. They actually ended up graduating college. So you know what? One day out of her whole time in college, Actually, not even a full day, like a night of her time in college. I'm gonna take credit for it. Because I did help her. So I'm proud of myself for doing that, you know. But that's what I'm saying. I'm out here supporting friends. At least she can do is support. Husband. So, oh no, wife, no husband, no, it's a because it says in the title it's a male and stuff. So the least she can do is be supportive. You know, and I don't know, maybe the money thing got her upset where she's all like, I don't want nobody giving us money and things. I'm like, okay, well, we dealt with some financial issues. We got in these 2 bad car accidents. I don't know what other issues you guys had going on. There might have been some more. I don't know. But y'all was dealing with some things. Most likely you told friends. Most likely you told family. And when they came into some extra money, they was probably all like, oh, well, they seem like that they, you know, could have used some help, or, you know, all this stuff that they dealing with. Like, yeah, they could have had used some help and things. So, yeah, I'm like, there's no problem with, you know, just decline. Like, if you don't want the guy to help, just decline. But, like, if this is your husband's dreams, if this is what he wants to do, then, yeah, like, let him follow his dreams. But, like, be supportive. At least be supportive. And then that's the thing where I'm like, if he follows through with this, and this is a good paying job, I mean, think about like the money that he's going to be making that he doesn't have to get from brothers or friends or anybody else. So that's what I'm saying. You got to look at the bigger picture of things, you know? You can't look at what's, like, yeah, honestly, look at what's going on. But while you're looking at what's going on right now, help. That's all that you have to do is just help the significant other. That's it. That's all that you have to do. It might not be your dreams. It might not be your goals. But do you guys not understand how grateful that person would be? And then just how proud you can be that you helped this person. And going back to my friend, when she was like in school and things, like doing her work and stuff, and I helped her. I think it was the next day, or I can't remember when. It might have been the next day, but I remember she ended up messaging me saying that the work that I helped her on, she passed. I was happy because I'm like, dang, I'm not even in college, but I helped somebody that was in college. So I'm like, oh, I'm taking that. I'm taking that credit. I'm taking that. I'm like, yo, that's something. I'm like, yeah, that's something, you know, it's just something I'm not going to forget, because I'm like, you know, I was like, I didn't even need to. I didn't even know what was being discussed. But what was it again? I don't even remember what she was that she needed help on. But anyways, yeah, I was helpful. And I'm like, dope, cool, you know? Definitely do that again. I think she was saying she wanted to go back to school, but I'm all like, I was just all like, you know what? Even though I had no idea what I'm doing, just message me and ask me, do I know anything about these things? I'm like, I'll try to look it up and try to figure out something. But yeah, I was telling her things like based off of stuff that I just knew from my mind. And so it just shows I could have been a college student, but I don't know why I didn't go. But anyways, yeah, just be supportive of your significant others and stuff. That's all that I'm really trying to say. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna cut it short. Dang, it wasn't even past 30 minutes. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It would knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.